Hi, good morning. This is Srini again. Uh, I'm at the Newport Beach, Balboa Island. You can see in the background, beautiful day today. Tomorrow there's a storm approaching here, so I thought I'll catch up with my walk today here at the beach, and also cover a little time-sensitive item that we briefly touched upon a couple of days back. That's the BRICS. BRICS nation with rollout of the gold currency. That's been announced by the BRICS countries. Again, BRICS is Brazil, India, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. And there are about 40 odd countries that are interested to be part of the BRICS. So August 22nd, it's 3 days from now, 22nd to 24th August is when these BRICS nations are meeting here in South Africa, Johannesburg. They want to talk about the rollout of a new currency by these five countries, and those who are joining them. As I understand, Saudi Arabia, Iran, and most of the OPEC countries, as well as most of the South American countries, are also interested in joining, including Mexico. So when you look at the population that will be involved in this BRICS Plus, you're talking of more than half the world population, right? So that's why it's becoming of significance. Once they roll out this BRICS currency, which will be gold based, then basically what they're planning to do is to not use US dollars anymore. So as you know, US dollar as world currency, petrodollar, is used for buying the crude ever since 1970s. So now that will no longer be the case. So if these countries don't buy the crude oil in US dollars and instead buy in either the BRICS currency, which details are awaited, then what happens to the US dollars overseas, right? That's the bigger question that we have, and what impact it will have on the US economy and the US inflation specific to US. If you look at what's happening, this trend has already started, meaning to buy crude oil in a currency different than US dollars. So India in the last few months has been buying the crude oil from UAE and other countries in Indian rupees, and also was buying in Indian rupees from Russia, and then China has been buying in yuan. So this trend has started, I would say, at least 6 months now. Okay, and they have been testing the waters. I think ever since this whole Russian sanctions happened with the US, it has just escalated. So actually, India was buying crude oil from Russia in US dollars, and then selling it back to the European countries by in Indian rupees. So basically, they were kind of trading oil between Russia and Europe, is what I understand. So as this situation kind of develops, meaning the oil trading in non-US dollars, and if and when the BRICS announce this, it's not like it will go into effect right away. I'm sure there will be some lead time when it will be a formal currency rollout. So it's not going to be good for US dollar, right? If that does happen, which seems like it's high probability of happening, because we're only a few days away from that announcement, and it's been mentioned a lot in the news, and the state media of Russia, which is RT Times, they have formally announced that they will be announcing this BRICS new currency, gold-based currency. So just pause and enjoy the beautiful homes in this. This is one of my favorite walks whenever I get to spend time here. This is called the Balbo Island. It's actually an island. If you see, this is an island. The other side is the beach. So this little place you can see is an island where it anchors most of the private boats and yachts and all the good stuff. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. So back to the BRICS. So when if you were to trace back what was happening, all the central banks in this world, them, so many of them, like in India, in Japan, in Europe, in Russia, in China, and including the US and Canada. The US has its Feds. All of them now have been accumulating gold. They have been buying gold a lot recently. That's one of the reasons the gold prices have not gone up yet. If you look at the Monix price, the gold is still at below 1900 or around 1900 for a long time, although it touched 2000 plus about 6 months back. The reason they're keeping it lower is because the central banks have been buying up the gold, because they know it's a matter of time. They will need gold to back up the currency. I think that's why the gold is low. But once the BRICS nation announces it and formalizes it, I'm expecting gold and silver, especially gold, to zoom up. I don't think it will be in this $2,000 range anymore because like I said, they deliberately lowered it so all the central banks can buy sizable amount of gold at this low levels. So it's I think by end of the month we'll know where things stand. It is happening unless something unforeseen happens, because this is a planned transition. They have been announcing for a few months now. Unless there is something that will prevent it from happening, which I am highly doubtful, because it has the backing and support of 5 major countries of this world, and all of them are the largest economies, top 3 economies of the world, or top 5. It will have a significant impact on the US dollars. And also, all the central banks do have, outside of US, have been, using US dollars and as for buying the crude, and they do have a lot of reserves, in terms of US Treasury bonds. So we have to see what happens to these US Treasury bonds. How all these countries already have heard they've been dumping the bonds, and because they know that if this comes up, then the price may fluctuate a lot. It will be pretty volatile when all said and done. These meetings are done, and it becomes a formal announcement. So maybe I'll do one more video once after in a week's time or so we get a better picture. But from what I can see, it will be pretty volatile and pretty tough few weeks or months ahead for US dollar especially. Okay, so again, like I said, I'm trying to enjoy this nature, and also wanted to in a way show you guys this beautiful place. And if you have not been here yet, it's extremely awesome place. And I can't believe there will be a Cat 4 storm. Hillary is going to come later tomorrow. It's by Baja California right now. So that is the south. It's actually the southeast. So that's where the storm is right now. But as you can see, it is pretty good day, nice day here. So with that, I'll sign off. Okay, take care. Bye.